to try and keep a share of the Colonial Conference lead.
That's true, Mike. 4 teams at this juncture this evening are 4-0, and of course the loser is going to have a hard time, I think, getting back into the race, because there's some very good quality teams this year in the Colonial. And of course, everybody looks back at last year. They met earlier last year, and Collingswood won, and it kind of put a dent in West Deptford's playoff hopes, along with the Colonial Conference hopes.
And of course, Clyde Folsom last year thought that he had the club, and the final record shows that he had the one that had built West Deptford back into contention. A real big year for Folsom and the Eagles a season ago.
It certainly was, and Clyde Folsom has instilled a new sense of pride in the program. I saw them 2 years ago where they were taking those steps. Last year they made a giant leap. They were a very quality competitive team last year, and I think they're going to be a great team this year.
And one thing that kept the year from being an outstanding season was, of course, their failure to make it into the playoffs. And some say, John, that ended actually on opening night a year ago when Bob Barikian brought his group over to West Deptford.
Well, that's true, and you know, West Deptford had to live with that all season, because by the time they played Paulsboro, the playoffs are already underway. So that game is not going to affect whether they can qualify for the group playoffs. And of course, this is a meaningful game, just like last year's was, because the loser here can almost, you know, not only count the Colonial Conference out, but count a possible playoff appearance out.
All right, 14-12 a season ago. Collingswood coming out on top in that opening night that we talked about. West Deptford Eagles will be looking for revenge tonight, and we'll be back with all the football action and see if they can do it right after these messages.
Now I've been down so long, I could not hear the song. I was left without a friend and no one to call my own. Looked as far as I could see, found no one to rescue me, until Jesus passed my way. Now I can feel the breaking of day. Just like I can feel the breaking of day. Oh, what joy. Oh, what joy. Drinking fun. Shit, Daddy looks like. Oh.
Why can't people just leave me alone? Everybody's always telling me you can't party when you're pregnant. Not even a beer. They tell me about birth defects and low birth weight. People come right out and say, if you drink any kind of alcohol, your baby could be mentally retarded. I don't ask for advice. They just give it on their own. What? Do they think I'm stupid?
A gorgeous night in Collingswood for this Colonial Conference matchup between the home team Panthers of Collingswood High School and the visitors, the Eagles of West Deptford High School. Mike Linder along with John Bojeding for Channel 5. Happy to be here tonight. What a day in Gloucester and Camden County. 85, 86 degrees. It's humid as can be, but don't expect any rain or anything like that. Hurricane Opal blew right by and went up the mountain range and missed us altogether. We're fortunate for that and expecting a great weekend of football. And starting off with this one, which could be an outstanding game, the 2-0 Panthers of Collingswood, the 2-0 Eagles of West Deptford. Both teams looking to maintain a share of the lead in the Colonial Conferences. They get ready for this contest tonight. Teeing the ball up, Robert Roseberg, great kicker for Collingswood High School, and he will be kicking deep to Preston English, number 35 for West Deptford. It's driven downfield low, but English will take it at about his 10-yard line, come right up the middle, find a hole, and get good opening drive field position for the Eagles. They will start from about their own 36-yard line. So
real nice wedge, Mike, right up the middle, and maybe one block away from taking it even further.
Starting offensively in the backfield for West Deptford, fine veteran quarterback wearing number 13, Kevin Whitmire. He will be joined in the backfield by 26, Tony Ross, 35, Preston English, and 44, Nick Brandamarty. They will start with the familiar wing T, and Whitmire right away dropping the throw. Wants the screen pass, and it's this Redwell defensively, and otherwise Ross is going to have a big run there. But Redwell defensively
Declan Moody on that play, and you know, certainly could have even had to stop right there.
Well, they're going to get 6 yards out of it. Many of them, it would have been open for a lot more had Moody not taken a position from the linebacking slot, made that stop. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, everybody had a great rush on it, so you could read the screen right away, and Declan Moody stayed home, and that's why it didn't go further.
Brandon Marty is the wing. He's in the slot. Jamar Williams is split far to the right side. They'll go with the power smash across the right side, and looks like stretching his body for the first down will be Ross. Expect to see them go behind that big right side tonight.
Yeah, on the right side, Bart Bernansky, a senior guard, Sean Brown, senior tackle, 6'5", 240. Mike Ty, an extremely good tight end.
And Ty at 6'5", 235. So Ross, who had carried the ball 28 times coming into tonight's game for 368 yards, gets the first 2 runs for West Deptford. After picking up the first down, picks up an additional 6 to give them a 2nd and 4. And they are now in Collingswood territory.
On the right side there, Mike, besides Collins being the center, Mike Collins, a senior, 6'2", 230. Right tackle, I believe that time was Sean Brown, and the right guard, Bart Bernansky. We said left last time. I'll give the other 2 when we come back up.
Whitmire 2, good run that time on the trap play coming back across the left side. Nick Brandamarty with his first run of the evening, and he picks up an additional 7 to get another first down at the Collingswood 39. Defensively, LeVar Winder, Paul Davidson, Steve Dybus, Guy Boyer, and Bill Convery across the front 5. Fitzgerald and Moody, the 2 inside linebackers. Hibbs and Moores, Roseborough and Bayer are the defensive backs for the Panthers, and they've got the Titan here. West Deptford showing as a real good offensive surge on this opening drive, and Ross, who missed the initial hole following the block of the pulling lineman, bounces out and finds it to pick up maybe a yard or so. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The other guard and tackle for West Deptford, Brian Campbell, number 66, Kevin Pickering, number 72. And of course, we mentioned Mike Ty, an extremely good tight end, number 88.
Let's go, we got to get that off tackle. Come on, D!
They come this time with a double wing, English and Brandamarty, both wings. Now, English motion, but Ross gets the football, and he looks for the first down, and will come up about a yard and a half shy. They'll have the ball now at the 31-yard line, where it will be 3rd down, and let's call it 2 yards to go. Just underway, 8:46 remaining to play in this opening quarter. West Deptford on the opening offensive drive of the evening.
West Deptford just pounding the ball out, Mike. You know, Whitmire has got an excellent arm, and I expect to see him do some passing, but they're almost picking up 5 yards at a crack, and there's not so much sense putting it up.
Did not have a chance on opening night in the game they played, first game of the season, a pouring rainstorm when they beat Sterling 13-6. Oh, big hole on the right side, and an explosion by Ross, who once he got past the line of scrimmage and saw the opening said, I got a chance to go in. He doesn't make it as he is tackled deep in the secondary, but does get the ball to the 21-yard line. Take a look at this. Got to be somebody pulling. Straight ahead blocking.
Straight ahead blocking. Nice and crisp. He picked the hole, and he's a very tough runner.
Capture a yard. Right here.
Exceptional athlete, Mike, because I saw him high jump last year in indoor track, and you know, for a bruising running back, he's also an excellent high jumper.
They'll go the other way this time, letting English handle it. Good twist a couple of times for Preston English, the fine 5'9", 165-pound junior, who gets the ball down to about the 6-yard line. And let's see how close they are to another first down. Looks like they're shy by about an official yard, a little less than that actually. 2nd down, West Deptford. And they are doing a job off right tackle and left tackle.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Stop it up, D, here we go. Come on, D, right here, right here. Secondary, be ready. Watch what?
Anticipate Ross here. And they'll He'll turn and give it to Ross, and he's going to have the first down at least. Struggles forward, tries to get into the end zone, and does. So the first score of the evening, a 6-yard touchdown run to end a 64-yard drive. It is 6-0 West Deptford.
Go over there!
Boy, is he a bruising runner, Mike. I mean, right inside, no disguising what they're going to do. That's just smash mouth football.
Not like this stuff.
Well, they will go for one. No surprise, Mike Ty, who is 6 for 6 this year on extra points, will look for number 7 and certainly splits the uprights and has it here. So Ty's kick with 7:05 remaining to play in period number 1 puts West Deptford on top, 7-0. We'll be back.
Paulsboro Jewelers, truly a world-class jewelry store. Dozens of choices in hundreds of styles from jewelry makers all over the world. Paulsboro Jewelers, the most beautiful pieces from the best manufacturers in the industry. And value. At Paulsboro Jewelers, we think you deserve great prices without driving all over the state. Put it all together for more than 40 years and you have Paulsboro Jewelers, truly a world-class jewelry store.
Wrap it up with Romeo's Records. More than 20 years of great sounds. Romeo's Records on Delaware Street in Paulsboro. Romeo's Records for all types of music. Rap, jazz, pop, rock, and classical. And Romeo's can locate that hard-to-find number you've been looking for. Romeo's Records will help you find it even if you don't know the title. CDs, cassettes, and we still stock records with 25,000 singles in stock. Romeo's Records, 1313 Delaware Street in Paulsboro.
Andy Ty, or Mike Ty, check it. Used to the names of the past. Andy, a great athlete at West Deptford, of course. As the Eagle of West Deptford is excited this evening, and Ty will tee it up at his 40-yard line, and standing deep for Collingswood, number 21, Jeff Hibbs, and LeVar Winder, number 26, on the far side.
Andy Ty, of course, an outstanding heavyweight wrestler for West Deptford in the old days.
Old days, and yet we were covering them. Ty, one of the best kickers in South Jersey, gets it up high and deep, taken by Hibbs. Not yet. Hibbs loses it and down. He will pick it up at the goal line, and Collingswood will start from their own 5-yard line.
Well, there's a perfect example, Mike, of what a good kicker can do for a team. I mean, he put that thing long and high, and a little bit of a muffle in the play. And when he went down to the ground, he didn't have control of the ball, which is why the official didn't blow it dead. Ironically, if it had gone into the end zone, it would have been a touchback, and they would have got it to 20.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have ruled momentum of the football.
Yeah, the impetus is always on the kick, so you have possession.
Mike McEwen, number 11, opens at quarterback. Bayer, Hibbs, Mahoney, and Winder are the names we will hear in the backfield tonight as they come out in the I formation to begin. Bayer goes to the off tackle hole, finds room to the outside, and opens up some operating room for the Panthers as he gets it out to the 11-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 5.
Center for Collingswood is Ed McKinney. The guards, Steve Dias and Paul Davidson, Guy Boyer, and Ken Rudinger, I'm sorry, are the tackles. Tight end, Bill Convery, a good one.
Going to go straight ahead, looking for the power run out of LeVar Winder. And he is tackled inside. Good job done by the defensive linebacking player, Bart Bransky, number 55. His defensive linebacking partner, number 44, Nick Brandemarty, the leading tackle on the Eagles.
I noticed, Mike, that both teams have a lot of guys going two ways, and then on a warm evening, could take its toll.
Justin Bayer will be the deep back, At one wing will be Winder, and then a slot formation on the far side. Byer taken around the neck and down at about the 15, and it appears he is shy of the first down, and they will be forced to punt. The defensive line, Mike Ty, Sean Brown, Brian Campbell, Kevin Pickering, and Mike Collins. Mertz and English on the corners, Ross and Whitmire, the deep backs. Now dropping to receive the punt will be Jamar Williams, wearing number 2, along with Shane Mertz, number 25, and punting the football for the Panthers will be Robert Roseborough.
Big play on defense that time for West Deptford, Mike, forcing Collingswood to punt from deep in their own territory. West Deptford should get great field position here.
Low snap. Roseborough has it away, and it's a good punt. High and deep, and fumbled and taken down immediately. Mertz, handled by LeVar Winder, has that great speed and got down there in a hurry. So even with the good punt, because of the defensive stand, West Deptford will have the ball at their own 44-yard line, looking this time for a potential 66-yard drive. Well, they did it with straight-ahead football in the opening drive. Let's see what they do this time, as number 3, Bruce Waller, is the wide receiver to the far side. Again, the wing T. Whitmire, plenty of running room. Whitmire has about 13 yards and a first down, and boy, did he have plenty of help in front of him. Brian Campbell had pulled from the left guard position, number 66, and didn't have to throw a block.
Didn't have to throw a block, and the thing that made the play go so great was the fact that he put that ball on his hip, the naked roll out, and he just faked that. Watch his roll out. Watch him put the ball on the hip there. He has a little convoy leader there, but he doesn't need it. There's nobody there.
The other thing that helped was they were unbalanced to the right side that time. That's why he didn't have to block, because Collingswood did not adjust.
That's right.
So first down for West Deptford. Ross is just too strong.
Oh my, oh brother.
Well, you don't have to talk about it, all you have to do is watch it. Finally, Ross is taken down by Eric Mahoney, but he's got a big gain that time.
Oh, brother, 30 yards, Mike.
And another West Deptford first down.
He's just a bruising runner. What's he come in with? Four touchdowns rushing and one on a kickoff return. He's an outstanding athlete, and you get some timely blocking up there, and he does the rest.
He's got size, 6'1", 205. He obviously has power and obviously has speed.
And agility. He's a high jumper.
From the 15, they'll go back inside with English, who decides to take it to the outside off of the block of Brian Campbell and picks up 6 yards, or 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. 3:27 remaining to play here in the opening period. West Deptford on top, 7-0.
Of course, you've seen in the opening series now power football. You've seen elusive football with Whitmire having that roll out with the ball on his hip, and then you saw crossbuck action that time. So they're showing you a little bit of everything.
Unbalanced to the left side this time, and they're going to run the same play with Whitmire. In close, but not, oh, they give him the touchdown as the pylon falls that way. So it will be an 11-yard touchdown run. There is a penalty flag, however. Let's see what the penalty is and who it goes against. Al Shoup, tonight's referee, will let us know. Unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call, and probably it'll be measured on the kickoff if it's a dead ball foul.
Well, once again, if we get a chance, John, to see the replay, count to the right of the center. You'll see but 2 linemen, everybody else to the left. And it might be an automatic, as it might have been on the first play they ran it, when they see the team not adjust, to just put the ball on the hip. You know you got an extra blocker in front and go.
Get twisted on you.
And the wideout downfield made a key block down there. He tied up his man. Here's the call. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense.
Well, Ty will tee it up, I would imagine, and they'll go for the 14th point.
Whitmire is certainly a talented quarterback, Mike. We saw that last year.
Has not thrown the ball that much this year. He threw it once for completion tonight, which makes him but 4 for 10 on the season. But remember, that opening game against Sterling, it just poured rain all night long. Well, maybe, let's see, they're taking a lot of time. Maybe they're going to go for the 2. So the ball moved half the distance to the goal line, apparently on the penalty, and they'll take a chance at picking up the 2. Well, with Ross, it's not much of a chance as he isn't touched at all as he goes right back in. Count to the right of the center.
Here he puts the ball in the hip. He comes right outside. Downfield. Makes the man miss there, and he had a blocker downfield tie up the defensive safety, and Whitmire did the rest.
So 2:58 remaining to play in the opening period, and it is West Deptford 15, Collingswood nothing.
Yeah, so we got a extra point kick on the first one after Ross's touchdown, and then Ross runs this one in after Whitmire's touchdown, so 15-0 is the score. And West Deptford, Mike, after last year's painful loss to Collingswood, is really getting some paybacks here.
Yeah, 14-12 on opening night at West Deptford a year ago, and that was after a lot of preseason hype where Folsom convincing his team as best as possible that they did have, in fact, what Folsom believed they did have, had to really fight back the following week to convince them to keep going, and they finished a strong 7-2, but missed the playoffs.
And they finished a strong 7-2 by giving Paulsboro a great game the Friday night after Thanksgiving last year. Over 7,000 people attended, and you know, you could just see with the players coming back this year, to Whitmire and to Ross and the Ty, that they were going to be competitive this year.
Ty again up high and deep. This time taken by Winder, but he fumbles it. Oh, is he hit? Oh, is he hit by the special team play? Good job done
number 81, Steve Rodimer.
By, it looks like one of the players we've been talking about, Nick Brandamarty, number 44, along with number 29, Billy Atkinson, who's a member of the special teams.
All phases of the game working right now, Mike. Excellent kickoff again, excellent coverage downfield. You can't ask for anything more.
So they will have a 1st and 10 from their 19-yard line. Check at their 18-yard line. And they want to get something and put it together in a hurry.
And that's twice that Collingswood muffed the kickoff down in that end of the field. We may have a delay of game here. Or a false start. Let's see what we have here.
Well, it's dead ball in any event.
It's a dead ball penalty.
Dead ball foul. Full start.
Full start.
Offense.
Well, they've done nothing but hurt themselves so far. They fumbled kickoffs, and now this penalty, and the penalty on the touchdown that allowed West Deptford to go for the 2 points and get it successfully. Slot formation to the near side for the Panthers. Meyer has to struggle to get a couple as he gets off left tackle. Brandamarty again in there. This time he's joined by Sean Brown,
very active
number 52.
Linebacker. Very active linebacker. Leads the team in tackles coming into this game, Mike, so you can expect to see him around the ball.
Well, those linebackers love it when you've got a big front line that keeps the blockers off of them and allows them to slide to end and jump into the hole and make the stop. 2nd and 9 as 1 yard was picked up. McEwen will have it to Winder coming back to this side. Winder making a very nice run. Finally thrown out of bounds by Sean Brown, but is close to the first Collingswood first down. Depends on the spot. Preston English for West Deptford. Looks like he has a problem with the ankle, and he's going to limp off and be replaced by Bruce Waller, number 3, who will come in. They'll move the football and they'll move the chains, and Collingswood has their first down of the evening as the ball is marked at the 28-yard line.
Good pickup on that, Mike. coming from the wing position on the other side, or the halfback position on the other side.
Quick hit back to the right side from the left halfback Winder.
A lot of white shirts on him in a hurry.
Led by number 53, Mike Collins.
Number 25, Shane Mertz, right in there on the tackle.
They close in a hurry,
Yes,
pretty much
do.
as quickly as they get out in front of the runners on offense. Second down, 7 to go for the first down.
Here we go, let's go, O-line!
Perhaps see McEwen
O-line!
drop for the first time tonight to throw. He does not. Meyer finds a big hole on the right side, but John, it closes in a hurry. The hole was there.
In a big hurry, Mike.
Collins from that defensive end position, 53, had outside responsibility. As soon as he was sure, he got in and closed it down.
Yeah, Guy Boyer on one tackle over there, and looking for the guard. Convery was on that the end on that side too, Mike.
That will do it for one period of play from Collingswood High School.
Highlights of tonight.
And on the Valley and Bow scoreboard, West Deptford 15, Collingswood nothing. We'll be back.
Monday morning at 11:30.
Did you let all of last year pass by without treating yourself to an Aurora? Well, come to Valley and Bow for a look at the 1995 Aurora. The Aurora, with the North Star system that rocketed its introduction last year into automobile history. The Aurora, with even more of the style and performance that you've been admiring from a distance. If you think you've missed your chance at the cutting edge, think again. Come to Valley and Bow, 663 Mantua Avenue, Woodbury. People in the know, go to Valley and Bow.
Since 1943, people have come to Paulsboro Supply for all of their plumbing, heating, and electrical needs.
They offer friendly, knowledgeable advice and personalized service not found in the larger chains and home centers. Paulsboro Supply handles a complete line of fixtures and equipment, including pipes, valves, and fittings in copper, iron, and plastic.
Visit Paulsboro Supply for Valant cast iron boilers and water heaters.
Paulsboro Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical Supplies, 1218 North Delaware Street, Paulsboro.
It'll be a 3rd down and 2 for Collingswood as we begin the second period of play. Mike Linder along with John Vogeting for Channel 5. 15 to nothing as we begin the second quarter. West Deptford on top.
Collingswood has the ball, start the second quarter at their own 30.
Ball placed at the 31-yard line. You're going to get to about the 34. Quarterback McEwen wants to keep it, and he is just punished for that. We'll have to wait and see if he got the first down. I believe he's about a yard shy. No question there. That was not an option. That was quarterback right all the way.
All the way. That was just a plain rollout.
Now let's see
And
where
they're
they
short.
mark it. Yes, they are short. And it is 4th. And Bob Barikian, the Collingswood head coach, orders the kicking team on the field. Dropping deep for West Deptford is Jamar Williams. He will get company back there from Shane Mertz. Mertz will be about 10 yards forward of Williams.
That seems to be the soggy end of the field, Mike.
The punt from Roseboro is a good one, taken by Williams at the 25-yard line, and he doesn't get much. Back up to about the 30 as he is handled on the special team play. Ryan Moore is number 23, one of the defensive backs. So they will have the ball marked right at the 30-yard line and look to see if they can convert successfully on this, their 3rd drive of the evening.
Ryan Morsey was one of the standouts for Collingswood in their first game this year, Mike. He returned an interception for a touchdown. Of course, they had a tight game with Audubon last week, 10-7. So I can't say I'm surprised at what's happened so far.
And they had a tough one in the opener, defeating Haddonfield 20-16.
Right.
Whitmire
Oh, my.
Big hole for Ross, and Ross almost breaks it. Final tackle made by Morse, or he was going all the way. He picks up 14 yards as it is and gets the ball out to the 44-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 again, and it's going to be a big night statistically for Tony Ross.
I think so. He's having a great time so far, and the blocking up front was exceptional at the time, and there was a huge hole.
1st and 10 from the 44. Again, they come out and find themselves unbalanced to the left side. Collingswood again does not adjust, and they're going to go with that Whitmire play one more time. He thought he saw it, but this time good defensive action by Winder, number 26, or Winder it is. I keep calling him Winder.
And there's a flag down the play too, Mike, so let's see what this call is.
Face mask, defense.
They get a good defensive play, their best of the evening, throwing Whitmire for a 3-yard, 4-yard loss, and they get a face mask on it, and they're going to lose yardage as a result. This will move it downfield into West Deptford territory as they will mark the ball at the Eagle, or I'm sorry, in the Collingswood territory.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. You're 1st down.
They will mark it at the Panther 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Huge play by Winder coming up there to make the play. I don't know whether it was he that got the face mask or the help that came in, but that certainly was a devastating penalty at this point.
And Whitmire does not like what he sees, and he calls for a timeout. West Deptford will have a chance to talk things over. Well, this game, a great preview, if you will, of Colonial Conference action this weekend, and while we're enjoying ourselves here, and I'm sure anybody watching it has enjoyed it, particularly the people from West Deptford, a lot of anticipation in the stands tonight for what's going to happen tomorrow, or what may not happen tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Well, that's true, Mike, and what's going to happen tomorrow at 1 o'clock is Paulsboro going against Haddon Heights at Gateway High School, and by the time people see this tape of this game, that will be history, and it could be history tomorrow because Paulsboro's won 31 consecutive games, and should they win on Saturday, it would be 32, and that would break the mark established by Millville, which you were a part of years ago.
Yeah, on the losing end.
And I understand John Barbos is coming up to the game. One of his former players is bringing him up, and Channel 5 is going to be interviewing him before the game, and he hopes to make a presentation if Paulsboro wins. But don't count it too fast, because Heights has one of the things a few teams in the Colonial has, and they have some speed, just like West Deptford's Tony Ross is showing tonight.
Now 1st and 10. They will turn and they will give it inside to Ross again. Not much doing this time, so the big holes and the big gains that we saw closed down on the 2 plays we have just seen. However, sandwiched in between was the penalty, and therefore it becomes a 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line in Collingswood territory. Yeah, Barbos, the fine coach down at Millville, 52-55 the streak, was one of those coaches, John, that was just so far ahead of his time in terms of things that he did offensively and defensively. Teams were not prepared for him, plus he had some great talent.
Certainly must have. You don't win 31 in a row with no talent.
Ross from the tailback position this time will be taken down. First hit made by Joe Fitzgerald, number 75, and it will be 3rd down and 4 yards to go from the 35-yard line.
Tony Ross is certainly the workhorse at this point. The 6'1", 205-pound senior is already carried 10 times, Mike.
And has a bunch of yards.
Yes, he does. Double wing.
Double wing and a balance line here. Motion. And it is handled by Brandon Marty, and let's see if he's shy of the 1st down, so West Deptford will see their first 4th down of the evening. And why do I sense that Folsom will not be punting?
Well, the way his offense is going so far, I wouldn't punt either. You need 4 yards. I wouldn't be surprised to see Whitmire roll out. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pass, nor would I be surprised to see Tony Ross carry the ball.
Well, they're going to call, strangely enough, a timeout to talk this over, and it'll give us a chance to take a break with 8:12 remaining to play in the opening half. 15-0, we'll be back.
You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for a sticker to get new car quality. Not at Executive Auto Sales, the new car alternative at Evergreen and Barber Avenues in Woodbury. Dozens of family sedans, sports cars, luxury models, even trucks are fully serviced. Most vehicles are still covered by the manufacturer's warranty. All vehicles are like new at not hundreds, but thousands less than the cost of new. Experience the new car alternative at Executive Auto Sales, Evergreen and Barber Avenues in Woodbury.
Paulsboro Jewelers, truly a world-class jewelry store. Dozens of choices in hundreds of styles from jewelry makers all over the world. Paulsboro Jewelers, the most beautiful pieces from the best manufacturers in the industry. And value. At Paulsboro Jewelers, we think you deserve great prices without driving all over the state. Put it all together for more than 40 years and you have Paulsboro Jewelers, truly a world-class jewelry store.
Well, it's 4th and 4 as Folsom and crew have given the directions to West Deptford. The Eagles are going to apparently go for it. Some might think a strange place to call the timeout. As you point out, John, if they had turned it over, they still had good field position. They will instead go with the double wing, and let's see if Brandon Marty goes in motion. He does. They'll turn and go to Ross, and Ross is going to be tripped up and down. And oh, did they fool me? They sure did they not?
They fooled Collingswood too.
Yeah, and up, who in the world kept it? Whitmire? Yes, Whitmire kept that football. That was, I'm going to credit it as an outstanding fake in order to cover for my inability to follow the football, and it will be a West Deptford. Maybe we'll see it better this time. I just assume Ross when they put it in his belly. Whoop, my cameraman got it.
Yeah, great play by Whitmire. Good read.
So 1st and 10 West Deptford. Whoops, a little too quick on that play. The way Ty went downfield, it's possible we were about to see a pass on that play. Would have been the second one of the evening. Ball, by the way, marked at the 22-yard line.
So good ball foul. False start. Offense. Replay, first down.
It is now marked at the 27-yard line. 1st and 15.
So we had an 18-yard gain by Whitmire on that beautiful fake and run.
Outstanding fake and run.
And he had a pitch man there too if he needed it. Brandon Marty was behind him, and had he run into a roadblock, he could have pitched it.
Well, he made the right move because he was thinking first down.
Oh my.
Whitmire, beautiful fake again, this time looking downfield, trying to hit English across the middle, and it's not connect with Preston English. It will be 2nd and 15. Again, outstanding job done by Whitmire putting that ball on his hip as he sprinted out to the right side following the fake.
Well, he certainly has some great athletic ability. He showed that last year, and his rollouts where he's tucking that ball in the hip are certainly fun to watch. Collingswood seems to have settled down just a little bit here, Mike.
Well, they had to settle down in a hurry because they got hit so quickly on the first 2 drives by the Eagles. Jamar Williams split way out to the near side. Brandon Marty was in the slot there. Ross twists, turns, and goes.
Brother, touchdown made.
It will be a 27-yard touchdown run for Tony Ross, and after the initial hole, it was all Ross. Well, they may have settled down. That's going to take a lot of that development out of them.
Yeah, quick opener on the left side, and if Campbell and Pickering were there at guard and tackle, those were the two that certainly created the hole. Look at that.
2 of them he had, 3 of them he had to get rid of.
Yeah, and you saw 55 Bransky down there blocking, and 72 Pickering down there blocking.
Ty now will attempt to make it 22. Trouble, and Waller will be taken down as it was a fumbled snap, and he tried to recover and won't do it. So the kick will fail, and with 7:23 remaining to play here in the first half, it will remain West Deptford 21, Collingswood nothing.
West Deptford certainly is showing they have control of the line. You know, we haven't added up the yardage yet, but I'm sure West Deptford has well over 150 yards on the ground already. Ross has run one time for 30 yards. He ran 27 for a touchdown there. His other touchdown was 6 yards. 11 carries so far.
89 and 4, 93 and 22. 93 and 22. Go ahead, Coach. What's that add up to? 115 yards.
115 yards, yeah.
115 yards already for Ross. A big night for the fullback. Remember, he came in with 368 yards in the opening 2 ball games.
Right, and you know, I think you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive linemen. Mike Collins at center, Sean Brown and Brian Campbell, Pickering the tackles, Campbell and Bransky, the guards, the tight end Mike Ty. They're really doing a job up front.
Winder deep, along with Hibbs to await Ty's kick. This one off to the left side and may find its way out of bounds, and does. We'll see if they'll take the ball at the 35-yard line.
Is that Joe Galera, the infamous athletic director at West Deptford, chasing down the ball?
Yeah, good to see he's doing something tonight. What I like best about Galera this evening here at Collingswood is he had to stand in a very, very long line to get a hot dog. Ball will be taken by...
Kick infraction, kicking team.
Ball will be taken by Collingswood at the 35-yard line.
By far their best starting position tonight following a kickoff.
Well, that first time they took the ball, remember, they had it at the 5 as a result of the fumbled football.
Now we're on the 35. They might be forced to go to the air pretty soon, Mike.
Yeah, it'll fall on McEwen then, the quarterback. Yeah, he better hurry if he thinks he's going to get away with that fake. And gets it upfield, looking deep for Andrew Ransel. But he was a little too nonchalant there. All of a sudden he turned around after the double fake and saw Ty staring right at him.
Yeah, I think that was Bill Convery, the big, the big 6'5" end who gave Paulsboro fits last year. Closest game that Paulsboro had during the course of that streak was 18-10 against Collingswood last year, and Convery played very well in that game.
2nd and 10 from the 35. And Convery this time will split to the near side. They'll have a slot back Winder. McEwen wants to throw, gets it up in the air, and nearly picked off by Whitmire, who came from the strong safety position and just read it so well as they were looking downfield for Eric Mahoney, number 20.
And, you know, Whitmire, is, besides being a very good quarterback, Mike, is an excellent defensive back. And, of course, being a quarterback, he senses pass plays and routes, and he was in perfect position at the time and almost picked it off.
Folsom has worked hard to build this program back to respectability. Last year's 7-2 season, their first winning season, believe it or not, since 1971. Hard to believe. McEwen gets it up, way up in the air here, and just goes way over the head of both Convery and Orr.
And a little bit
Winder.
A little bit of pressure applied that time by Pickering, I believe it was, and you have to get rid of the ball a little bit earlier than that.
Roseboro now will punt, and deep will be Jamar Williams for West Deptford, and the Eagles are going to get it with plenty of time. 7:06 remaining right now in the opening half, and they've got the 21-point lead.
Of course, McEwen taking over quarterback this year. Mikey's junior, but last year they had Glenn Ambrosius, who graduated, and that's an awful big position to fill.
Ambrosius just a standout athlete in 3 sports here at Collingswood. Oh, here they come and nearly get to it. There is no flag, interestingly enough, thrown, but there is a potential injury down there to Steve Rodimer, number 81 of West Deptford, but he gets up quickly and back.
Yeah, I think what they may have got a piece of the ball, and if you get a piece of the ball, then the referee is not going to call roughing the kicker.
Well, they will have the ball in any event, West Deptford, at their 41-yard line. to potentially score another. English, not much, maybe a yard out of it. Good defensive play made that time by Joe Fitzgerald, number 75, and he is helped out by number 23, Ryan Moores, from the defensive backfield. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
He may have made some type of adjustment here, although it certainly didn't look like it the last time that Tony Ross carried the ball.
Nearly jumped, but didn't. Whitmire to look to throw, and does. Hits Ty across the middle, and gets, oh, they indicate incomplete instead of a fumble, and therefore it will go back and be 3rd and 9. Looked like he had it long enough from here.
Well, it certainly looked like a good pass to me, or a good reception, rather.
Folsom may be looking at a draw to Ross or a screenplay here on an obvious passing down.
3rd and long, screen or draw.
Williams carries the play in from the bench, Jamar Williams, and he will be one of the wide receivers as he splits far to the left side. Mertz is now in at a wingback position, and he'll cross the backfield behind Whitmire, who will drop, turn, look, lift it up across the middle to Ross, and he is handled and covered well by Jeff Hibbs. And the ball knocked away, and West Deptford, believe it or not, is going to punt the football.
There's Jeff Hibbs making contact with Ross there just as the ball arrived, and the way Ross has been running the ball, it takes a little courage to nail him in the open field.
And West Deptford will use their last timeout. 5:56 remaining to play at Collingswood. And it's been a big evening for the Eagles. 21-0. West Deptford on top. We'll be back with more right after these words.
Wrap it up with Romeo's Records. More than 20 years of great sounds. Romeo's Records on Delaware Street in Paulsboro. Romeo's Records for all types of music. Rap, jazz, pop, rock, and classical. And Romeo's can locate that hard-to-find number you've been looking for. Romeo's Records will help you find it even if you don't know the title. CDs, cassettes, and we still stock records with 25,000 singles in stock. Romeo's Records, 1313 Delaware Street in Paulsboro.
Hello, I'm David Shields. The goal of the Township Committee is to provide first-rate services to our residents. Let's take a look at what's happening in West Deptford.
Help make West Deptford's Field of Dreams become a reality. Come together with your community to make this state-of-the-art playground a success. Please call the numbers on your screen to be a part of this worthwhile project.
Service is our business, and the pride we share in West Deptford makes the community work.
Well, they used the timeouts. By my count, they have none left. And Clyde Folsom apparently wanted to get organized for the 5:56. The defense first to try to convince them after this punt to quickly hold them and get the ball back. Whitmire, there's a punt for you. Let's see where it falls and stops. And what do you think, John? I like that one, 6-yard line.
My. Very, very nice. We're talking,
ball was what?
45 and 9, 54 yards.
That's all. And had hang time.
Wow.
And then died right where he wanted it. So, following the outstanding punt of Whitmire, Collingswood has 5:45, which they've got to travel. About 94 yards. Just have not had the field position at all to show us anything but rather conservative football.
No, you don't get very fancy back here. You try to pound it out a little bit and hope that you can get some breathing room.
So what's he do?
Oh, well.
Opens up, throws the football down the sideline, and looking for Combery, and had he even made the catch, he was well out of bounds.
Yes.
But enough for us. And the ball goes in the one puddle remaining, and now they have a very wet football.
Well, last thing I expected, but maybe that's the last thing that the Coach Breakian thought that West Deptford would be thinking about.
Well, they counted on Convery for so much this year, an outstanding receiver, just a potent potential weapon, Bill Convery, and they were going to him that time. 2nd and 10 from their 6.
Well, McEwen's put up 3 times. Mike hasn't hit anyone yet.
And has not taken any time to speak of off the clock. Straight ahead football this time with Winder, who may get a couple, but not more than that. And it'll be a 3rd and 9, in fact. He's credited with a yard on the carry. Well, they have 1 first down?
Yeah.
Collingswood, 1 first down.
And West Deptford very stingy up front.
The defensive line of Brown, Camel, Pickering inside, and the Brandemarty and Bransky behind them at middle linebackers have just been very, very tough. This is, again, the quarterback, McEwen, who it's difficult to call that an option in any event because he just takes it and goes to the right side. And if he's going to do that, you'd think that back would get out there in front and throw a block.
Well, either that or McEwen's thinking of laterally back to him, but that looked to me like just a straight sprint out to try and get the first down, and of course he come up about 4 yards short.
4th and 4 from the 14-yard line. We'll see whether or not they get the ball on the punt. Deep to Jamar Williams, as Roseboro will have another opportunity to punt the football. No pressure to speak of this time. It is driven long, but not much hang time. Williams has trouble with it, however, and wisely just falls on it at midfield because a couple of the Panthers were there, and that he bobbled it any longer. Winder, again down so quickly, may have been able to pounce on it and give the Panthers the football.
You muff the ball like that, Mike, the best thing to do when somebody's bearing down you, just cover the ball.
So they'll start with 50 yards to go and 4:33 as the clock begins to run again in order to try and get another score and perhaps put this game totally out of reach. Whitmire.
Nice.
Oh, he is read beautifully that time defensively by Hibbs. And it will be a loss, something we haven't said much tonight for West Deptford.
No, I was going to say a nice fake again, but Collins was picking up on it now. And Hibbs closed in a hurry that time, Mike.
So it will be 2nd and 13.
Not very many times you can mark down a minus yardage here.
Clock continues to run. We're down to 3:40 as they break to the football. Williams to the near side. Double tight end. Brandemarty in the slot. And English will have a chance. Great block by Ross. And English nearly got to the outside. There is a flag on the play right at the point of contact. English picked up enough to come within a yard of the first down, maybe 2. It is a hold on that, what looked like it was going to be an outstanding block by Williams, and that's why, because he was holding on. Look at the block, however, by Ross on this replay.
Leads the way. Boom, kicks out. There's English, and here's where the hold's going to be, right there, down at the point of attack downfield.
Offense. Replay 2nd down.
Well, that's a tough one to call on a wide receiver out there. I don't know where they got the holding part of it, Mike, but gee, I've seen a lot worse.
Yes, a lot worse. In any event, it takes it back, and it remains 2nd and 13 as they will simply replay this down. Gained essentially what they brought it back to.
15 yards.
This time Williams goes to the far side, and they keep the wing now on the opposite side, but he goes in motion in that direction. Ross cannot handle it. it as he got the right hand up in the air, so it will be 2nd and 13. 2:47 remaining to play in the half. West Deptford would love to get one here, and Collingswood wants to stop them so that they can sense that they're still in this ball game as they go to the locker room.
Yeah, they have to prevent another score, or it's just open and shut for the second half. And West Deptford's not making very many mistakes. The penalty called against them downfield stop this drive. Whitmire's missing on his passing now, Mike. Only 1 for 5 so far.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just drop straight back. They think he knows he's going to pass and see what he can do from there. Well, he's not going to have to do that at all as Ross breaks it here and gets another first down for West Deptford. Takes the ball down to the 35-yard line. Big gain for Mr. Ross, the fine running back, number 26.
Again, watch the crisp blocking right up in the middle of the line here. It's 55, pulls 52. And then just, he's on his own.
Once you get another 18
Saving
yards.
tackle by Morsey. Yeah, another 18 yards, another first down.
They'll try him on the other side. He gets the hole there. But almost makes the cut back to go for another score. He does pick up another 11. He has another West Deptford first down, this time at the 24.
Yeah, and then you could see Brian Campbell pull that time and kick out to open the hole, and then Tony Ross, once he gets a head of steam up, gee, crickets. What a nice runner.
Clock runs as it approaches 2:06, 2:05. Plenty of time here for this drive for West Deptford.
Tony Ross show.
Unbalanced left, and Whitmire finds the hole back to the inside this time. He'll get the ball down to the 20-yard line. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6. Collingswood has to stiffen here. Remember, West Deptford, to the best of our count, has used their timeouts. So 1 minute and 35 and still counting.
Which may bring up some passing at this point, Mike.
Or a tie field goal attempt. We'll see. Maybe all academic if Ross gets it again. He doesn't. Whitmire looking down near the goal line, the 5-yard line. Ball incomplete this time. Looking for check it for Waller, number 3.
And Bill Convery, the big defensive end, number 82, the 6'5" senior, on Whitmire in a hurry that time, putting the pressure on.
So 3rd and 6. Plays being run in every time by the wide receivers. This time it's Williams' turn to carry the signals in from Folsom. And he will split wide to the left side.
Another pass.
Yeah, I'd still drop straight back. Everybody expects you to throw if you're going to throw. Steady, it's been rolling. They'll try Ross again, and Ross will break it. Ross will have another first down, stop the clock at 1:09. This time looks like it'll probably be 1st and goal from about the 9. It will be officially marked at the 9, even though it's outside of it, and it will be 1st and goal.
Amazing. Amazing runner.
So he picks up
11 yards on
11 more. And he's got another shot. He just finds the hole, gets to the left side, drives, looks for the goal line, won't quite get in, and they're going to say the clock will continue to run.
Now they're calling.
Now they call it.
Yeah.
Now they have another gentleman winding the clock. Totally confused here. But that's an important issue as the clock now does run.
They're down to where, the 2?
Mm-hmm.
Pickup of another 8?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know who I'd give it to.
That's not a hard number to call, is it? And they do, and he steps in for another touchdown, 2-yard touchdown run. This is his 3rd touchdown of the evening. He had a 6-yard touchdown run.
But they're just crunching on the line.
A 27-yard touchdown run. It's the Ross Show. And Ty will attempt the kick.
Out of the hole, Walker.
suspense has quickly gone from this ball game.
Like, I mean, West Deptford just really looking very strong.
He gets it, not the prettiest kick ever, but he does get it.
Little line driver.
Tie kick, and it is now West Deptford 28. Collingswood nothing with 30 seconds remaining to play.
Well, you certainly have to be impressed with the line blocking. You know, we mentioned it earlier, but Mike Collins, one of the captains at center for West Deptford, the guards, Brian Campbell and Bart Bransky, the tackles, Sean Brown and Kevin Pickering, really controlling the line of scrimmage, Mike.
Name of the game on every coach will tell you that, will they not? You've got to have them up front or you're just not going to have it. I get a kick out of all the complaints about so many runners, even at the NFL level, who everybody talks about them unable to get the big yardage. But hey, I remember from way back, all the way back of playing football, the name of the game, any back had to know it. You didn't have the studs up front, it did not matter. 30 seconds remaining to play here in this opening half as Ty will tee it up.
Amazing. West Deptford simply amazing.
Remember, this is a 2-0 Collingswood club that is being soundly beaten here in the first half. Winder straight ahead. It will be hit and hit hard as he gets the ball out close to the 23-yard line.
Taken down at the 26 by Steve Rodimer.
Hail, John.
Well, I think at this point, if I'm Collingswood, Mike, with the time running down, I wouldn't try and turn it over. I wouldn't put it up.
One play into the locker room, huh?
One play, get in the locker room and say, hey, it's not over yet, but.
The clock is running and they don't even have to come out for the play. They're going to do it. Maybe they will throw it in the air then. It's under 10 seconds to play here as McEwen drops deep and crosses and puts it nearly into the hands of a defensive back, and it'll stop the clock with 3 seconds to play. Think anyone on West Deptford side anticipated pass?
Well, you always want, you certainly you prepare for everything, and Panthers are like a wounded animal right now. They have to do something. They have to get a spark, and there doesn't look like much spark down there, Mike.
Well, let's see what McEwen does on this play. Sure would be disastrous if he were to throw it up, have it picked off, and danced into the end zone for a touchdown. And he goes down, and that will do it for the first half. A half of dominance by the Eagles of West Deptford. And on the Valley and Bow scoreboard, the Eagles 28, the Panthers nothing. Second half football coming up from Collingswood after this.
If you think the words basic and transportation don't belong in the same sentence, then come to Valley and Bow. At Valley and Bow, you'll find pre-owned cars that are reliable and fun to drive. That's because we offer only the best pre-owned cars. Cars with that something extra. Cars that have been getting the Valley and Bow treatment as they wait for you to arrive and choose your favorite. Valley and Bow has the reputation for offering the finest pre-owned cars around. Let someone else offer basic transportation. People in the know, go to Valley and Bow, 663 Mancho Avenue, Woodbury.
In the left arm 8 times, keeping it slow. And up. Squeezing, good. Isolating your bicep, toning your muscle. But remember, you need more than this. If you really want to shape up, you should be doing some cardiovascular conditioning, walking, running.
Get in shape with Fit and Firm at Gold's Gym. Wednesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 5.
One half of domination by West Deptford puts them on top of Collingswood 28-0 as we prepare for second half football. Mike Linder along with John Bojaning. And John, that dominance is demonstrated by the stat pack.
Awesome, Mike. Paybacks are the devil sometimes, and West Deptford sure getting a big payback from last year. Dominating the stats as you see them. First down, 16-1. They've rushed 26 times for 227 yards, holding Collingswood to 33 yards on 11 rushes. Pass completions, they don't need to pass. They've just been dominating on the ground. The line has been doing a superb job. And Tony Ross, 16 carries, 161 yards, puts him over 500 for the year. Scored on a 6-yard run, a 27-yard run, a 2-yard run. He added an extra point, 2-point conversion, 20 points for the young man.
Ready to go. Ty's kick, a high, deep one, taken at the 10-yard line by Hibbs, and Hibbs does get good field position for Collingswood, where they will get the ball to their own 31-yard line. Let's see where they mark it, 31-yard line. And we'll see if Collingswood was able to make any kind of adjustment that will benefit them offensively here in the second half. And they have just really struggled all night long.
Yeah, second best field position they've had. They had one earlier where they were 1st and 10 on the 35, but this is the best, second best field position they've had. They've got to make something happen in a hurry.
McEwen wants to throw to start the half and finds Convery finally, and he will be ruled inbounds with the catch and close to a first down, and from here appears that he has it, and does. It will be a 12-yard gain to open this half.
First pass completion by McEwen.
Timing pattern as have been his others, and he has thrown the ball, and his receivers just haven't gotten to the spot until that one. They will go slot formation to the far side. Convery will be split to the near side. It will be the option by McEwen, and he struggles to get a couple. He'll be credited with 2. It will be 2nd and 8. Tackle will be given to Kevin Pickering again, a young man whose name we have called frequently tonight on the defensive side.
And nose guard Brian Campbell in there. So, again, an adventure trying to run the ball.
So they pick up their second first down of the evening on the previous play, and now it is 2nd and 8. McEwen to throw again. Has to get around Ty, and does, and gets a successful pass. It will go as a completion to Convery, but he is taken down immediately for no gain. Tony Ross makes the stop.
A lot of pressure by Ty that time, and if he hadn't left his feet, he might have got a sack. Almost like McEwen had to throw under him.
McEwen, not the biggest of football players, 5'10", 160, when he's going against Ty, who, remember, is at 6'5", 235 pounds. Looks like they have a man lined up off sides. He'll get back. They did not throw the flag. Slant pass to Fire, and he's down. Did they read that? Did Ty get it in a hurry?
Oh, my.
Ty, of course, moves left or right depending on the formation. Last play, he was on the right side. This time, he's on the left side, has outside responsibility, reads it well, and is there before the blockers can get near him. A loss on the play of about 6. It will be 4th and, let's call it 13.
Well, that went for naught, Mike.
It went for minus.
Yes, it did.
4th down, and Roseboro will be forced to punt. Jamar Williams, the deep back, he gets help with Shane Mertz, who's double safety now. Up in the air. Mertz calls for the fair catch and makes it, and puts West Deptford in good position. They will have the ball at their own 36-yard line.
Smart play by the West Deptford punt return that time. High kick coming in, no sense taking a risk, call for the fair catch. Your ball safely. Clock doesn't start until the ball is snapped.
And they will get it with 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Ross, who's having the unbelievable evening so far, is still the fullback. They will go, however, to Preston English, who goes off the road. What a hole for English, has the first down and more. Picks up about 16 yards on the play. Crosses midfield, gets the ball to the Collingswood 46-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles.
Well, you mentioned it before, Mike. They're lined up unbalanced to the right. They have more blockers on the right, plus the wing back, and by the time you give the ball to the trailing back, and Tony Ross leads the way, kicks out, there it is. Thing of beauty when it's executed the proper way. They had 4 down linemen over there, plus the split end, plus the wing back, and Tony Ross leading from the backfield.
Well, they're going to stop Ross this time. He will get plus yardage, as it will be credited officially with a yard. but it'll be 2nd and 9.
One of the few times that hasn't worked inside.
Second down, 9 to go with 8:08 and the clock running here in the 3rd period.
For Collingswood, not running fast enough.
Whitmire will go to Ross, who finds another big hole and gets a lot more yardage. He picks up 17, 18 yards on this one as he gets it down to the 30-yard line for a first down. Just keep adding them up. Well, his name has appeared in a number of articles, but he hasn't really been focused upon as one of the premier backs in South Jersey. But this evening's yardage total is going to get a lot of people's attention.
Well, he's up to 179 yards now, Mike, and no reason why very shortly he should be over 200.
And could get it on this drive.
He's powerful.
English on the crossbuck goes the other way, picks up 4. It will be 2nd and 6. Convery making the stop. So the ball sits at the 31-yard line. Or what, 26-yard line?
26,
yeah,
27.
26, 27. How many yards does Ross need?
He needs 21 yards.
Well, if you give it to Ross and have him scamper in, and the suspense of whether or not it gets to 200 will be gone. Injured player for West Deptford going off. Bart Bransky doesn't look like anything significant. Official who had called a temporary timeout for a potential injury forces him to go to the sideline for at least one play. Suspense in this ball game, which was really here before the game because of the records and the closeness of last year's game. The look for revenge from West Deptford has just gone from this game. Ross will get the ball to the 25, so he'll pick up another 2 yards, let's call it, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Whitmire, if he does not have somebody bring the plays on, trots halfway to the bench to get the offensive call from the coaching staff. To the right side and throw, and looks across and finds his man. Is that Ty again on a crossing pattern? Yes. Ty gets his 2nd reception of the evening, or 1st reception of the evening, I guess, and gives them a first down at the 15-yard line.
A 10-yard game, Mike. And it was wide open. You could see it from here very easily. Wide open play. George Roberts, it looks like, came in there to replace Bransky at the right guard. Previous couple plays.
It's Ross's turn again. He just shows the great power. First, he shows the explosion at the line of scrimmage, and then he has the power. It takes 2 or 3 of the Panthers to take him down. He will be credited with 7 more, 2nd and 3.
Well, what else can you say? I mean, he gets through that line in a hurry. He's got the great speed for a back, and then it takes 5, 6 guys to bring him down.
Down to 4:50 on the clock in the 3rd period. It is Nick Brandemarty's turn this time as he came from the wingback on the far side. Gets the ball down to about the 3-yard line, where it will be 1st and goal. Another first down for West Deptford as they continue to pile those up, close to 20 now.
Well, he's gonna have 20 now, and it was Brandon Murray, only his 3rd carry of the evening.
And it only carried it 4 times coming into tonight's contest in the 2 opening ball games.
The workhorse is certainly Tony Ross.
Gets a chance and is piled up this time. Excellent job done on tackling by Collingswood, the way led by Steve Dybus, number 50.
Jose Cruz also went on to play.
And believe it or not, what do we get? A 1 yard gain or nothing? We will give him nothing.
Yeah.
It will be second and goal from the 3. Folsom on the sideline in the natty attire, or they can wear those shorts and short sleeve shirts because of the outstanding weather here today. Up over 85 in South Jersey. Dropped at game time, but probably not much more than down about 65 as Whitmire is going to sneak it in, and Whitmire will have a 3-yard touchdown. That will be his second of the evening. And the total continues to mount.
Straight full house backfield that time, Mike.
34-0, and we'll see whether Ty can add another one. He will put the ball, tee it up right at the 10-yard line. A hold by Waller. They had one messed up exchange from the center that denied him 1 point. Whoop, and this time really not held well, but he just gets it up and over. So the kick is good, and it's Collingswood down now by 35 points to West Deptford with 3:36 remaining to play in the 3rd period. We'll be back.
Paulsboro Jewelers, truly a world-class jewelry store. Dozens of choices in hundreds of styles from jewelry makers all over the world. Paulsboro Jewelers, the most beautiful pieces from the best manufacturers in the industry. And value. At Paulsboro Jewelers, we think you deserve great prices without driving all over the state. Put it all together for more than 40 years and you have Paulsboro Jewelers. Truly a world-class jewelry store.
You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for a sticker to get new car quality. Not at Executive Auto Sales, the new car alternative at Evergreen and Barber Avenues in Woodbury. Dozens of family sedans, sports cars, luxury models, even trucks are fully serviced. Most vehicles are still covered by the manufacturer's warranty. All vehicles are like new at not hundreds, but thousands less than the cost of new. Experience the new car alternative at Executive Auto Sales, Evergreen and Barber Avenues in Woodbury.
Well, you can see it. The story's right there. West Deptford easily cruising to their 3rd victory of the season, 35-0. And the big thing, not only offensively exploding now, this gives them 83 points offensively in the season, but the defense has yet to give up a touchdown. Remember, the only score against West Deptford was the opening kickoff of the season when Sterling returned it for the only 6 points registered against the Eagles so far.
And with so many guys going 2 ways, that's got to be a plus for them because it just shows their versatility and strength.
Roseborough is going to carry it. And again, Collingswood will be in pretty good field position as they'll start at their 34-yard line this time. And the responsibility going to fall on McEwen to just drop deep now. Nothing fancy, nothing, no kind of trickery. You're going to have to throw the football and see what you can do with it. Not going to be a happy night here at all for Bob Barikian and his staff.
Well, and they've kind of struggled the first 2 games with a 2016 win over Haddonfield, 10-7 over Audubon. When you kind of saw that score, 10-7 over Audubon, you kind of figured they were in a kind of a precarious position coming into this game.
There's that play again. It looks like an option except for the way the quarterback plays it. Into the backfield to make the shoestring tackle was Brandemarty, and there'll be a loss of a yard on it chalked up against quarterback McEwen. It'll be 2nd and 11. Ricky in there without the hat. Not too happy. Anticipate a big game all week long and then look up at the scoreboard. Halftime 28-0, and then quickly 35-0 in the 3rd period, and take some of the fun out of the game.
Well, it certainly does, and all the planning. I mean, your plan of attack going in has to get adjusted.
Good run here by quarterback McEwen, who will get the first down as he gets it up to the 46-yard line, and there's a West Deptford player down on the field.
Tony Ross, the one that finally brought him down.
Well, the slow to get up. Mike Collins, number 53, is ready to play again, however. Good read here by McEwen.
Well, and he gets a little pressure, too, so he has to get out of there in a hurry. Here comes the pressure from the right side. Big number 72 flushes him. Couple good blocks downfield. Tony Ross makes the save. Only their third first down of the game.
They're going to try that run to the opposite side again. I'll tell you what, this play would be put away as Ross puts the quarterback away. I put that one in the back pocket and forget it and try to redesign it.
Yeah, that was, I don't think they're going to get outside on West Devon. The last play was kind of a, he was flushed, and then they picked up a couple of key blocks. But it seems like when he tries to just do the sprint out, he runs in all kinds of trouble.
So there'll be a loss in this play of 4 or 5. Yep. We'll call it 2nd and 15.
Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15.
McEwen wants to throw and does. Nice pass across the middle, but not caught. Looked as if it was handled by Declan Moody, but Moody lost control before he had a completion. And they'll just bring it back, and it'll be 3rd and 15.
Well, and he got decent blocking that time, too, because he rolled a little curl back and then stayed in the pocket, and blockers did a good job for him.
Well, they anticipated quarterback trouble here this year with Ambrosius doing so much of the load last year.
Right. Not
just a quarterback, but a featured player. Did not get much second-team action out of any quarterbacks a season ago.
No.
McEwen really throws the ball up high, though, and it's going to be a score. Collingswood will get this one. In the end zone.
Oh, brother. 58 yard?
58-yard touchdown pass.
How about